Okay, this is going to be my last snow conditions report, and I do it with a smile because last year it was an abysmal winter. This one turned out to be much, much better out there, and very happy for that. Here's a view of Crystal Mountain. It's actually snowing there, and overall looks like a pretty good weekend. It is certainly going to get colder this upcoming weekend. It's been warm this past week, and certainly we have been kind of chipping away at these snow depths across the state, but there's still plenty of snow, I do believe, especially across UP. For some decent snowmobiling, and if you look closer, you can actually see a few snowmobiles out there, Main Street there in Mackinac. Kind of a surreal sight. This is my adventure last weekend, last Sunday, up in Cadillac, thanks to Chris and Mark. Let me borrow one of their snowmobiles. Nice to hang out with them and always get on the trails. And the trails are really, really good up there in Cadillac, although with this week's warming, it certainly has taken a hit. We're looking at a 10-inch depth in the Cadillac area, still holding on about 14 inches. You can probably still get away with some snowmobiling there in the northwest higher terrain in northwest lower Michigan, 18 inches in Gaylord. But what I've noticed, we've cut away about half of what we had last weekend in terms of that snow depth. Across UP, looking really good, especially the Snowbelt region, Lake Superior, still holding on to a snow depth of 40 inches in the Munising area, 42 in McMillan. So still looking good up there. And we're not going to melt any snow. We're actually going to add snow this weekend, especially later tomorrow, Friday, and a little bit of lake effect on Saturday. Now here's the snow analysis, and look at this. This is kind of fascinating. Here in Grand Rapids, we had an average about 67.5 inches through February, through the winter. We're actually a little bit below average, but look at the snowbelt areas of Gaylord and Munising. Gaylord may see a record snowfall this year of 181.6 inches so far. Of course, they could still get more snow into the March and even into April, and that's well above their average at 112 inches through the date. And you could see Munising almost at 200 inches. Now I'm recording this on a Thursday, and there's more snow heading their way, so they're going to join the 200-inch club by the time this weekend's over. You can see why. One system sweeps through on Friday, putting down a nice heavy laden snow, it looks like, across the UP and also northern lower Michigan for Friday. Good news for the snowmobilers out there. Then the lake effect kicks in. It's not going to be heavy lake effect, but you'll get some throughout the day on Saturday. It is going to be cold, though. I'll show you those temperatures coming up in a little bit if you have any snowmobile and skiing plans. How much snow heading the way? Well, they actually have a winter storm watch up to the north. I think many locations across especially central eastern UP and the Straits area will pick up around 4 to 8 inches worth of snow, and that's that good heavy snow as well. And it looks like a European or the GFS model also kind of concurs. High temperatures on Saturday, only right around 20 degrees. Actually, it's going to be in the teens for much of the day up across the North Country. Wind chill temperatures at times will be dipping below zero, so it's going to feel like full-on winter up there. It looks like this weekend, a little bit warmer on Sunday, and plus the wind's going to calm down. It is going to be a windy one out there. There's a view of South Haven. You can see, I wanted to show you the snowpack, but it's just too foggy out there to show you any ice. High temperatures, well, this certainly looks like late February and also March pattern where we fluctuate back and forth from 20s, 30s, 40s, and I think we can even see a significant snowstorm next week on Wednesday. That snowstorm will be in the northern parts of the state, so mostly UP. Of course, I'll have more on that. A tongue of warmth on the Central Plains for the second week of March, and it looks like an active pattern. Maybe some above average temperatures squeezing in later in the second week of March. But overall, take advantage of it. Still looks good there out for the winter conditions this weekend and even into the second week of March. So get out there and enjoy some late season snow.